Okay, I'll entertain a motion to continue the town board meeting. Jerry, do I have a second? All those in favor? Okay. All right, we're going to continue with the workshop. Agenda item number 5, resolution to appoint Benjamin Gorzinski as a temporary officer. Any issues?
Nope. Good job.
We're just going to go through the workshop real quick. Agenda item number 6, resolution to appoint liaisons to the land use boards. Anybody have an issue with any boards that they're appointed to?
Well, it's land use in all the committees also.
And the committees?
They were listed.
Yep.
You're all good?
Yep.
Okay, number 7, resolution to reappoint the Orangetown Air Quality Review Committee to a 1-year term, members. 8, resolution to appoint the Blue Hill Golf Committee, the members. 9, resolution to reappoint Office of Emergency Management Committee, 1-year term. Number 10, resolution to appoint the Environmental Committee to a 1-year term. 11, resolution to reappoint Health Services Advisory Committee.
Sherry, does that committee ever meet? No? I was liaison to that committee for 7 years. I was the liaison to that committee for 7 years, and it never met. So, do they want to have a committee for that? I'm just asking because now it's what? This is the 10th year, and yeah, let's
Hold it
put
to
that
the
on
next
hold.
meeting or later.
I mean, if they're gonna, yeah, I just want to know what they're doing.
Or we can always appoint it and then rescind it at the next meeting.
Well, we'll just hold it.
Okay. 12, resolution to reappoint Parks and Rec Development Advisory Committee.
I have a question on that one. Do they meet, and all those people being reappointed, did they show up in the last year?
But Chris is he's not here now.
My understanding is they do meet.
I can vouch for them on that committee. They meet somewhat regularly. We're getting back into a little bit more of a regular schedule.
And all the people that are being reappointed have been there sometime during the year?
Yeah, for the most part. I see there's one name there, but I know she still wants to be on the committee, but there's some reasons that she's had difficulty showing up, but everybody else is, yes.
Never mind.
Number 13, resolution to reappoint the Senior Advisory Committee. 14, resolution to reappoint Project Review Committee. 15, the resolution to reappoint the Orangetown Shade Tree Commission. 16, resolution to reappoint Substance Abuse Committee. 17, the resolution to appoint the Traffic Advisory Board.
Hold on, just going back to 16.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if everybody's on there. I'm not sure if you want everybody on there. There's one proposed member you might want to. No? Yeah. Under the circumstances, I don't know.
Did you get in trouble?
Yeah.
DW.
No, something worse.
Okay. So do you want her removed?
No.
Okay.
We'll vote on it.
Okay. Okay, number 17, Traffic Advisory Board. Number 18, resolution to reappoint Andrew Andrews as the chairperson of Akabor. Number 19, resolution to reappoint Stephen Bernasconi, Board of Assessment Review. Number 20, resolution to reappoint Mike Mandel as the chairperson of the Board of Ethics. You have a fan, Mike. Number 21, resolution to reappoint Walter Wedgie as a member of the Housing Authority Board, 5-year term. Number 22, resolution to appoint Quentin Van Wynen, Orangetown Housing Authority, 5-year term. 23, resolution to reappoint Thomas Warren as the chair of the Planning Board. 24, resolution to appoint Bruce Bond as the alternate member of the planning board. 25, resolution to reappoint Charles Vizzetti as the chairperson of the sanitation commission. 26, resolution to appoint Thomas Semetti as a member of the sanitation commission to a 5-year term. 27, resolution to reappoint Daniel Sullivan as chairperson of the zoning board of appeals. 28, resolution to reappoint Tom Quinn Sr. as a member of the zoning board of appeals. 29, resolution to reappoint Leonard Feraldi as a member of the zoning board of appeals.
All right.
Alternate member, sorry.
So every year there should be someone being reappointed to these boards, right? Like,
Yeah.
so, all right, because I realize if you look through it, Andrew,
Chairman, different.
yeah, but there's no one getting appointed to Akabor, so maybe we're missing one, because if they're balanced and someone's getting appointed every year, someone should be getting reappointed to Akabor.
Yeah, we'll have to look at that. Remember, there was an issue with Akabor, I thought, with, like, somebody doubling up, or, we'll have to look at Akabor. I'm not sure why it's not.
Because I thought when Andy was here, we made it so it
The
was
number
it was
was
staggered,
stacked.
so that,
Supposed to have.
they did it for the zoning board, they did it for the planning
I
board,
know that.
and I think they,
So there should be someone there, that makes sense.
yeah,
Should be.
there should be, so let's just check it out.
Okay.
All right, I'm just saying.
The clerk.
Okay, 30, resolution to retain Valuation Plus for property appraisal, RPC. Resolution to accept, receive, file documents in the town clerk's office, number 31. 32, resolution to approve sewer work. 33, resolution to approve a settlement, notice of claim. 34, resolution to approve OBZPAE, Public Sector Customer Training Course. 35, resolution to approve closing for 1 day of the training class.
Just repeat that. We're closing the building office on February 26th. It's important that that's out.
Yes, so assuming this resolution passes, the building office would be closed for 1 day on February 26th. That would only be for 1 day on February 26th, so that the office can go through some training. Number 36, resolution to establish a permit fee, temporary storage containers, and that would be $0 as the fee. Number 37, resolution to award a bid for the bunker project at Blue Hill. 38, resolution to authorize amendment to an agreement with New York State DOT with respect to the Route 340 sidewalk project. Number 39, resolution to approve vehicle and equipment surplus out of DEME. 40, budget adjustments. 41, pay vouchers. And then 42 for an adjournment.
All right, motion, open, public comment.
Entertain a motion made by Mr. Divany. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Valentine, okay, public comment is now open. Just a reminder, each person called upon will have 3 minutes to share with us their comments, 3 minutes. After which, we will close public comment, and then the town board will respond, if necessary, to any of the comments. Just a reminder, this is not a back and forth. We're not seeking to get into any sort of prolonged discussion, but we want to hear from you, obviously, and so with that, I will call on Esther.
Good evening, Supervisor Lawler and town board members. My name is Esther Ann Baitler, and I'm a venture consumer who lives in Spark Hill. I just want to congratulate Supervisor Day and his wife on their new baby boy. I also want to let Dennis Troy know that I'm allowing the boys from KLLC to march in the St. Patrick's Day parade, but Dennis has to be with them to keep them all in line. I want them looking good. I want them marching first before anybody else, because they never get put on TV. And they've commented about it. Dennis, it's a new policy that the board and our new chairman have to march with Venture. Policy just became effective as of today. Thank you.
Thank you, Esther.
That's great.
Now you're done.
I got it. Okay, next person is Michael Andrea from Blauvelt about the Linen Choice Project.
My name is Michael Andrea. I live on Arthur Street in Blauvelt. And I'd like to address the board with my concerns regarding the Linen Choice Warehouse Project, which was approved by the ZBA in December 2017, and the site work that has already begun. This is a warehouse that will be built adjacent to the Aloof property, the rail trail, homes on Murphy Court, homes on Western Highway, behind St. Catherine's Church and behind Dominican College. Prior to the board's approval of this project in December 2017, the board received comments and petitions from almost 400 residents expressing their concerns, including from the president of Dominican College and the pastor of St. Catherine's Church. Some of the concerns included impacts on the character of this residential neighborhood and impacts on property values of nearby homes. Environmental impacts of increased truck traffic, including air and noise pollution. Environmental impacts from the removal of existing trees and natural buffers. The board ultimately decided in favor of the project and said in their conclusions, and I quote, "The variances will not produce an undesirable change in the character of the neighborhood or a detriment to nearby properties. The variances will not have an adverse effect or impact on the physical or environmental conditions in the neighborhood." Fast forward to this past week, when bulldozers leveled and destroyed hundreds of trees on this property, creating a disaster area that you might see after a tornado swept through. The contractors left no standing trees at all bordering the rail trail and left a very small buffer of trees behind the houses on Murphy Court. The people who bought those houses on Murphy Court bought those houses with acres of woods behind them, Now they're gonna see a warehouse and a parking lot and trucks every freaking day. I urge any board members who have not seen the site in the past week to do so and then claim that there was no adverse impact on the character of the neighborhood or environmental conditions. Obviously, it's too late to reverse the damage that's already been done to this area, but I want this board and the ZBA going forward to be more responsive to our citizens' concerns rather than rubber stamping any developer's plans. I know there are other projects in the works that the ZBA is going to be considering in areas that border residential areas, like the Subaru project down in Orangeburg and others. And I hope that you consider environmental concerns and the concerns of the neighborhoods first. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anybody else who did not sign up that wishes to give public comment tonight? Anybody else? Okay, not seeing any, I'll entertain a motion to close public comment.
Move.
Okay, Dennis Troy made the first, and Paul Valentine with the second. Okay, does anybody wish to respond?
No. You wanna go or?
I'll respond on the St. Patrick's Day parade. St. Patrick's Day parade, Venture has marched, and ARC has marched, as guests of the Ancient Order Hibernians for many years. And they do a great job marching every year. And I've marched with them probably for the last 10 years with Venture and with legislator John Murphy. And any town board member who wants to march with Venture is welcome to march with Venture. However, most elected officials normally march with the elected officials. So just keep that in mind. It's not any detriment to Venture, but people have other things to do. All right.
They should be able to march first.
Esther, please.
Esther, I marched with Venture last year with Dennis. As far as the property, as
Thank
far,
you, Jerry.
as far as the property, I went by and I can't argue with you. It does look devastating. It's gone through the planning board. I think Jane put out, two memos explaining what's there, and they met what they were required to meet. This is what we're getting, and, but I don't argue with you. It comes up right up to the rail trail. There is a small buffer on the northern end. Right now, it looks devastating.
All right.
Jane? Anything?
Yeah, I'll speak.
Jane's, we're gonna,
No, we can speak.
okay.
Um,
Oh, sorry.
No, I mean, I think everyone on the board has seen the site, but it's just another example with the, on the industrial areas where they meet the residential areas, there were decisions made years before most of us were on the board. I mean, this approval that this particular landowner received was back in 2006, 2007. 04, all right, 2004, which set in motion the ability to build Murphy Court. That was part of it. They rezoned it. That's why Murphy Court was able to be built. That was part of that whole approval process. And the other problem you have is that they approved a lot bigger project. And that's something that weighed in my mind. The square footage was close to 80,000 to 100,000.
280,000 square feet was the original building approved.
And then the final building approved is how big?
175,000.
So yeah, 100,000 square feet bigger. The project was approved in 2004 for 100,000 square feet larger project, and the uses under that approval were a lot worse than the ones that, this is just storing linens. The approval that was given back in 2004 was any use or anything allowed in that zone, which, some of the uses allowed in that zone aren't the greatest. We've been fighting aloof because of it. So it's not the ideal situation. And, again, it was an approval done in 2004. And, the town hasn't been happy with that particular property owner. But I think the ZBA weighed all the factors and made a decision that, yeah, this is not the ideal situation, the ideal decision, but it's a lot better than what it could be. And I think that's how the decision was made.
As a member of St. Catherine's, and I go to church there every Sunday, when I walked out, I was, wow. Because it is a stark difference when you walk out the back of that building, and there's always been woods there. I remember seeing them for the last 30 years, and you come out now, and it's just, you're right. But it is a construction site, so, hopefully when they're done, they will put some kind of buffer back along the rail trail. And I agree with Tom, that was a decision by the ZBA, but the decision was made long before this current ZBA. They did the best with what they were handed. Part of what they were handed was when they made Murphy Court a residential area instead of leaving it light industrial office years ago to allow houses to be built there. That was part of the buffer that was supposed to be there, that was changed from light industrial office to residential. So they gave up the buffer back then. And it's a shame. It really is a shame, because you can't go back and reverse that. the town board, the sitting town board, had no say on any of the approvals that happened back then, nor the approvals that happen right now. What they did end up was, there was supposed to be a huge factory there, and now it's down to a smaller warehouse, which is still a very big building. 179, 189,000 square feet is a huge building. The only thing the ZBA really gave them approvals on was some loading docks and outdoor loading docks versus indoor loading docks, but they were within right to build that building. So they weren't given approval on building the building, they were given a variance on allowing some outdoor loading docks as opposed to indoor loading docks, and whether they're on this side or that side of the building. But if Jane could, if you can come up and just give a quick history on it, Jane, I'd appreciate it.
You did a pretty good job. You got most of it. Like you said, the building was made significantly smaller. They originally requested 19 outdoor loading berths to be approved. 6 were approved. Keep in mind, the more loading berths that have to go inside, the bigger the building gets. So that was a compromise, I think, that was made. That was a good compromise. Reduced the size of the building, like I said, by about 100,000 square feet. Also, the variances that were requested, there was 3 of them. The other 2 are really just BAP-type variances. They don't have anything to do with the buffers or anything like that. The 280A means you don't have direct street frontage and access to the street. They're sandwiched in between properties. You have to have direct access to a public road and no street frontage. They had 0 street frontage because of where the lot is located. The other thing is, there will probably still be a buffer, but they built a rail trail. So they did clear a lot of trees during that. So this has been cumulative over many years and not just because of this one piece of property. And we're seeing that, throughout. The more they clear out the rail trail and then someone goes in and develops their property by right, the trees come down. And it is an industrial zone that is split by the railroad tracks, which back in planning days, that made sense. You have your commercial corridor, you come up the hill, you go past the tracks, and now you have your residential zone. But things have kind of been muddled over the years due to the zone changes. So the original intent, I think, was there, but the rail trail took a lot of trees down, and they're developing within their rights.
Thank you, Jane. Okay, we're going to now proceed to the agenda, which we will vote on. We have gone through agenda items 3 and 4, so now we're up to number 5, a resolution to appoint Benjamin Gorzinski as a temporary appointment as a police officer effective February 4th, 2019. Do I, motion by Tom Divany, seconded by Dennis Troy. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? You guys have it. Agenda item number 6, resolution to reappoint the liaisons to the land use boards and committees for the year 2019. I'll entertain a motion. Jerry, seconded by Tom. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? You guys have it. Resolution to reappoint the Orangetown Air Quality Review Committee to a 1-year term. Motion by Paul, second. Dennis, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? You guys have it. Resolution to reappoint the Blue Hill Golf Committee for a 1-year term in the year 2019. Entertain a motion. Tom, second. Paul, all those in favor? Aye. Okay. Resolution to reappoint the Office of Emergency Management Committee to a 1-year term. Entertain a motion by Tom, second. Dennis, all those in favor? Resolution to reappoint the Environmental Committee to a 1-year term. Entertain a motion. Jerry, second by Paul, all those in favor? Okay, number 11 is going to be tabled to the next meeting. Number 12, Resolution to reappoint the Parks and Recreation Development Advisory Committee to a one-year term. I'll entertain a motion. Tom, second. Paul, all those in favor? Number 13, resolution to reappoint the Senior Citizen Advisory Committee. I'll entertain a motion. Dennis, second. Jerry, all those in favor? Number 14, resolution to reappoint the Project Review Committee to a one-year term. Moved by Tom, second by Jerry. All those in favor? Resolution to reappoint the Orangetown Shade Tree Commission. Dennis? Second by
Moved.
Tom. All those in favor? Number 16, do we want to hold this to the next meeting?
All right.
Okay, we're going to hold 16. Number 17, a resolution to reappoint the Traffic Advisory Board, one-year term. Do I have a motion by Dennis? Second by Paul. All those in favor?
Aye.
Number 18, resolution to reappoint Andrew Andrews as the Chair of Akabor. Entertain a motion. Jerry? Dennis, second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Number 19, resolution to reappoint Stephen Bernasconi, member of the Board of Assessment Review. Entertain a motion.
Moved.
Tom, second. Dennis, all those in favor?
Aye.
Resolution to reappoint Mike Mandel as chairperson of the Board of Ethics. Esther, are you making the motion?
Yes, I am.
Jerry, second.
Moved.
Tom, all those in favor?
Aye.
21, resolution to reappoint Walter Wedgie as a member of the Housing Authority Board. Jerry, second by Dennis. All those in favor?
Aye.
Resolution to reappoint Quentin Van Wynen, Orangetown Housing Authority Board. Motion by Dennis, second by Paul. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
23, resolution to reappoint Thomas Warren as the chairperson of the Planning Board. I'll entertain a motion. Paul, second by Dennis. All those in favor?
Aye.
Resolution to appoint Bruce Bond as the alternate member of the Planning Board.
Moved.
Jerry, Tom, second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Resolution to reappoint Charles Vizzetti as the chairperson of the Sanitation Commission. Motion by Paul, seconded by Dennis. All those in favor?
Aye.
Resolution to appoint Thomas Semetti as a member of the Sanitation Commission to a 5-year term. I'll entertain a motion.
Moved.
Tom, seconded by Jerry. All those in favor?
Aye.
Resolution to reappoint Daniel Sullivan, chairperson of the Zoning Board of Appeals.
Moved.
Tom, Dennis is the second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Resolution to reappoint Tom Quinn Sr. as a member of the Zoning Board of Appeals to a 5-year term. Paul, Jerry, all those in favor?
Aye.
Resolution to reappoint Leonard Feraldi as an alternate member of the Zoning Board of Appeals. Paul,
Yep.
seconded by Tom. All those in favor?
Aye.
Resolution to retain Valuation Plus, Inc. for property appraisal at RPC in the amount of $4,500. Do I have a motion?
Moved.
Tom, second by Dennis. All those in favor?
Aye.
Yep.
Resolution to accept, receive, file documents in the town clerk's office. Do I have a motion? Paul, second by
Yep.
Tom. All those in favor?
Aye.
Resolution to approve the sewer work, 2009 Certificate of Sewer Registrations.
I'll make a motion.
Paul, second by Dennis. All those in favor?
Aye.
Resolution to approve a settlement notice of claim with Mr. Nika. Do I have a motion? Jerry, second by Dennis. All those in favor?
Aye.
Resolution to approve the OBZPA Public Sector Customer Training Course on February 26th in the amount of $4,410. Do I have a motion?
Moved.
Tom, second by Dennis. All those in favor?
Aye.
Resolution to approve the closing of the OBZPA offices for one day on February 26th so that they can attend the training. Do I have a motion? Paul, seconded by Jerry. All those in favor? Resolution to establish permit fees for temporary storage containers or pods at $0.
Moved.
Tom, second by Jerry. All those in favor? Resolution to award a bid for the 2019 bunker project at the Blue Hill Golf Course to Turco Golf for $184,000, not to exceed $184,000. Dennis makes a motion, Paul second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Resolution to authorize an amendment to agreement with New York State Department of Transportation for the Route 340 sidewalk project.
Moved.
Tom, seconded by Jerry. All those in favor?
Aye.
Resolution to approve vehicle and equipment surpluses out of DME.
Let's see what we got.
Tom,
Just want to see if I
he
want
wants to
to
look. Jerry
see if I
makes a
wanna buy
motion. Dennis
Chevy
seconds.
Impala.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Tom, is there anything you want to purchase?
I'm looking at that Chevy Silverado.
Oh, one resolution, so it should be DME and? Oh, okay. I'm sorry, should I read?
Obspec.
Okay, obspec.
Is that what you in the legal department call it?
You said it's a lot of cars.
It's a ton down.
Agenda item 40, budget adjustments. Do I have a motion?
Moved.
Tom and Dennis. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, agenda item 41, I will now call Bensick up.
Sick. Can I have that pen, please? Thank you. Let's play, boom. I think he's gonna go to 2, 3, 4. He's gonna go 6, probably gonna go 7.
Okay, tonight's audit consists of 2 warrants for $1.032 million. The first warrant had 109 vouchers for $294,000. These are 2018 items. Items of interest, number 2, Buyer Ford, $71,000 for police vehicles from RICO money. 3, Chair of the Workers' Comp Board, $21,000. Number 4, Hauser Brothers, $38,000 for Convent Road Pump Station upgrade. Number 6, Sprague, $25,000 for fuel. And number 7, Van Bordo Ford, $25,000 for police vehicle RICO money as well. Second warrant had 183 vouchers for $738,000. These are 2019 items. Number 1, Applied Golf, $126,000 for Blue Hill contract. Number 5, the Commissioner of Finance for Rockland County, $183,000 for tax certiorari expense. Number 6, CSEA Employee Benefit Fund, $31,000 for dental benefits. Number 7, Dell, $23,000 for computer replacements. Number 8, FDM Preferred Insurance Companies, that's $38,000 for the Blauvelt Fire Protection District workers' comp insurance. Number 10, Global Mantello, $14,000 for fuel. And number 15, Seal Coat, $51,000 for highway crack seal. Any questions on the audit? How'd you do, Tom?
Nope.
Thank you. Okay, I'll entertain a motion to accept the audit.
All right. Let's see what my score is on this one.
Jerry and Paul is a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
I just want to point out that, I know it looks like everything's going out, but Jeff mentioned the sewer project on Convent Road. We are getting, supposed to get reimbursed for $100,000 with respect to that project from Chase. So once that's paid, we're going to submit that. They're holding that money in escrow from the sales, so we're getting reimbursed for that. And also, we did receive the $50,000 from Orange and Rockland with respect to the trail project with the trees getting removed. So it's not all going out. We get some back.
executive session? Yeah, okay.
There were some personnel issues and a contract matter.
And contract, okay. So tonight, we will adjourn the meeting in memory of Charlie Chaudel, husband of Mary Chaudel, who's a resident of Pearl River, and Robert Bobby Gabrielson Jr., a commercial fisherman going back generations on the Hudson River and a lifelong resident of Nyack. Does anybody have any comments on either of these fine folks or
No.
anybody else that we've missed?
Nope. Just Chris,
Okay.
stay home. Mike's doing a great job.
And with that comment, I will entertain a motion to move to executive session to discuss personnel and legal matters, and immediately thereafter adjourn in memory of Charlie Chaudel and Bobby Gabrielson Jr. Dennis makes a motion, Tom seconds, all those in favor? Thank you, everyone.